What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, y'all. Before we get going on our video, y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications. And if you want to have me hop on a panel or you got a breakdown prediction video you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Also follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV is the Twitter handle. But without further ado, let's get it popping. Let's get into today's video. And today, Floyd Mayweather has had a lot to say about Canelo Alvarez, bro. He has had a lot to say about Canelo Alvarez, and let's respond to it, bro. Let's break it all down. Let me give y'all my thoughts on the whole interview and break this down and let y'all know what I'm thinking. Before I do, though, live show every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all got to come check it out, man. Y'all got to come check out the live shows, man. We lit. Every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5:30 on the West Coast, and 8:30 on the East Coast. We also go live every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Me and KC Boxing Network, the Singing OG. We live together every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central. So y'all be sure to come through this Sunday morning right here on the platform and check out our live show Sunday morning as we wrap up and discuss everything that happened in the Devin Haney and JoJo Diaz card and they fight. And then we're going to be previewing the Gervonta Davis and Isaac Cruz fight that's later on that night. So y'all got to come through and hang out with us for a fun night of boxing talk. But fun morning of boxing talk. But let's get to this. So Floyd Mayweather has had a lot to say. He said Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez by going to fight Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut up there at cruiserweight. He said that he want to have a talk with Tank Davis because Tank Davis shouldn't be wearing Canelo Alvarez's gloves because Canelo Alvarez is rooting against him. Canelo Alvarez hopes that his countryman Isaac Cruz wins. So why would you support Canelo by wearing his gloves and giving him that marketing? If you're Gervonta Tank Davis, that's another thing that Floyd Mayweather said. And he also called into question Canelo's wins. He says, hey, you know, everybody talks Canelo. How about steroid? We don't know when he was dirty, when he was clean. So he called all his wins into question. And so he said a lot, bro. Floyd Mayweather said a lot. And here's my thing, son. We're going to go round for round, so to speak. We're going to go subject matter by subject matter. Let's start with the whole Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez or, to fight the likes of Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. Here's my thing with it, right? Floyd Mayweather could be telling the truth. I'm not going to say Canelo is ducking David Benavidez just yet. I want to see what he does after fighting Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. I am critical of the fight, though. Y'all have heard me, and I'll say it here. I don't like the stat paddiness of it, so he's padding stats. He's going up to get a 5th division belt from what he and his team and boxing fans such as myself feel like is the easiest of the cruiserweight champions and the easiest of the champions that he could fight. You got Breedis up there, which I think is a much tougher fight for Canelo than Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. Breedis' only loss is to Alexander Usyk, and he gave Usyk his toughest fight up there at cruiserweight. Canelo could be fighting Lawrence Okolie over Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. Lawrence Okolie is a much more fluid boxer, has a much better amateur pedigree. His hands are faster. He has more one-punch knockout power, and he's just a better boxer than Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. So that's why I'm critical of it, because I see it as a play just to say that you're a 5-division champion. Just to say that you're a 5-division champion. But ducking David Benavidez, let's see what Canelo does after this. What if he goes back down after this to fight David Benavidez? Then what? What if he goes back down after this and challenges the winner of Artur Beterbiev and Marcus Brown to become unified at 175 pounds? Like, I'm not ready to say he ducking David Benavidez by taking on this Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut fight. I will say there's 5 or 6 or 7 better fights he could have made. I would say this is stat padding at its finest. His fans and his compatriots would say it's daring to be great. And I couldn't disagree more, because I believe there are things that he could be doing that are much greater than this. But I'm not ready to say he's ducking David Benavidez with this move. And I got to be critical of Floyd on this, right? I got to be critical of Floyd on this. Like, let's say it is true. Let's say it is true. I don't believe it's true, but let's say he is strategically moving around fighters and doing that. That's like, if you Floyd, bro, that's like calling the pot the kettle when the kettle is the pot with the pot, and the kettle the pot, calling the kettle black when the pot is black too, and the kettle is with the pot, and the kettle are together. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say, bro? That's exactly what that is, because you're the promoter and the handler of Gervonta Tank Davis. And by the looks of things, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, similar to Canelo Alvarez, can pick any fighter from 130 to 140 that he want to fight, and they all gonna say yes. They'll drop what they doing, and they will make a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, because he the cash cow down there. So when you are in that similar position, Floyd and Tank and Leonard Ellerbe, to where you can make any fight that you want, you can't be critical of Canelo for fighting Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut when you got your fighter fighting Barrios. It was supposed to be Rolly, you know what I'm saying? But then it was but now it's Cruz. And before that, you know, you got Gamboa. You feel what I'm saying? Before that, you pulled up Leo Santa Cruz, which these ain't horrible fights. I'm just saying Tank Davis is being moved in a similar fashion, bro. He's being moved in a similar fashion. Canelo Alvarez ain't fighting the opponents I want him to fight. But neither is Tank Davis. And so the message, if you from Floyd Mayweather, like hearing you say that, but then seeing how you moving your fighter, that's where I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I hear you. I hear you, but you doing some of the same shit. Like that, like my kids do that shit where like they get in trouble. They get in trouble. One of them broke the window throwing the ball in the house. The other one broke the vase throwing the ball in the house. I get to the one that broke the vase because I ain't seen the window get broke yet. I ain't over there yet. I'm getting on to the one that's broken the vase, and the one that broke the vase is like, well, shit, he broke the window. What you talking about? How you, like, that might be true. He might have broke the window. But you broke the vase, you ain't no better. So why you trying to call them out when you just did this over here? Same thing for Floyd and them. Like, I get it, bro. Like, I don't like Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. I hate that fight. I think it's a trash-ass fight. I think it's stat padding. But look at what you're doing with Tank, bro. Like, you shouldn't be the one to say that shit. That's the first point. That's the first little situation. He also said that Tank Davis shouldn't be wearing Canelo Alvarez's gloves. I agree from a few standpoints. Number one, but most importantly, forget the he don't support you, he support Isaac Cruz. Forget that, because I don't have no issue with Canelo. Isaac Cruz from his country. You support your countrymen. Americans, take notes. You should do that shit more. You be supporting people and you be trying to get a fan base that ain't never gonna rock with you. Americans should support American fighters. You know, so I ain't got no issue with Canelo supporting Isaac Cruz over Gervonta Tank Davis. But what I will say is this, more so than that, I agree with Floyd that Tank shouldn't be wearing his gloves because Tank got his own clothing line, right? Tank can market himself. Like, he got his own shit, so why don't you make your own glove and market yourself instead of knocking people out in Canelo shit, knock people out in your own shit. See, I'm a capitalist, bro. I believe in getting that bread, getting that bag, getting that money. If you Gervonta Davis, why would you help Canelo get his bag? Because that no boxing, no life shit on your glove right here and shit, and they see no boxing, no life, man, it's thousands and millions of people watching you fight. And they watching you knock somebody out in Canelo Alvarez gloves. So guess what glove the kids gonna buy when they go to the boxing gym? Guess what they gonna want? Man, I want to hit like Gervonta Davis, and he wear Canelo Alvarez gloves. So I'm gonna go get me some Canelo Alvarez gloves. Canelo hit hard enough. He marketed himself good enough. Let him wear his gloves, because he ain't gonna wear your shit. He gonna wear his shit. So if you Gervonta Davis, I agree with that point. Like, knock some people out in your own shit. Show your shit off. You know what I'm saying? So the kids won't buy your shit. So I agree with that. Like, market yourself. Why would you give somebody else that play, bro? So I agree with that, just not for the same reasons. Like, I ain't gonna get on to Canelo for supporting his own people and shit. Like, we should do that more. here in America. We should do that more, bro. I can't say it enough. So that, not too serious. I agree with the overall point of why would you wear Canelo's gloves? If you as popular as Gervonta Tank Davis and you already got your own little clothing line or your own little brand that you doing shit, get somebody, one of these manufacturers that make these well-known gloves, these Everlast gloves or these Ray-Ash gloves. One of them people will team up with you to make your own brand of glove, your own style of glove. Let that shit be your own brand, and you can market yourself that way. That's just smart business, in my opinion. I'm always for smart business. The last thing I want to get to is this. Floyd called into question every single win that Canelo Alvarez has ever had as a fighter because he tested positive one time. I say this, and I say it again for the sake of being fair. I ain't mad at nobody that do that. If that's how you are, I think it's pretty cynical. I think it's, I think it's a tad bit unfair because I do think at the end of the day, we all human. You know what I'm saying? And if I start getting on to Canelo Alvarez, then I got to call into question everything that Barry Bonds ever did in baseball. I got to call into question Evander Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? I got to call into question all these athletes that have maybe made a mistake in their career. So he tested positive once. I get on to his ass for that. I'm going to continue to get on his ass for that. But until he, I'm not going to call into question the man's entire career. Is what I'm trying to say. So overall, Floyd had a lot to say. Some I agree with, some I don't agree with. But it's always interesting when he talks because he brings a different perspective. One thing he also did say is that we got to start shining a light on these other fighters. Like, I just hope as content creators on here, if you're watching, or boxing fans and people that are watching this video, man, we got to talk more about boxing as a whole and not just 3, 4, 5 fighters. Like, every video we make can't be about Errol Spence. Every video we make, every live we do can't be about Canelo Alvarez. Everything can't be about Terrence Crawford. Everything can't be about, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, shit like that. Like, boxing is so much more than that, in my opinion. So, I do agree with that part of what Floyd said. Like, bro, Jerome Boots Ennis, I'm glad that somebody with the boxing brain and the IQ of Floyd Mayweather is as high on Jerome Boots Ennis as I am. Because he gave that man a lot of props. And I think highly of that young man as well. But overall, the interview is what it is. He out there talking and stuff, promoting for Tank Davis. And he doing his job. But if you Floyd, just be careful what you say. Because somebody can hold a mirror up to you. Like saying that stuff about Canelo fighting Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut. Somebody can hold the mirror up to you and say, look at who Tank Davis is fighting. And I'm sure you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? As far as Floyd, you can't never knock his business. You can't knock his business sense. As far as saying, yo, Tank, why you wearing his gloves? What's up with that? Now, I ain't talking about wearing his gloves to the petty level. Man, why you wearing his gloves? He ain't even rooting for you. He rooting for Isaac Cruz. Because that's some old petty shit. My mindset is, yeah, why are you wearing his gloves, bro? You got your own brand. Make your own damn gloves. Knock some people out of your own shit and sell your own shit. That's where I'm at with it. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Y'all let me know. Comment down below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Follow me on Twitter. At KOBoxer86TV is the Twitter handle. And hit me up on my email. If you got a breakdown or a prediction video you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. I appreciate everybody watching the video. Don't forget about our live show every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. And every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. We'll be live on my platform this Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be previewing the Gervonta Davis Isaac Cruz card for y'all. And we'll also be recapping the night's fights from the Devin Haney Jojo Diaz card. So y'all come through Sunday morning and hang out with us for a fun morning of boxing talk as you get ready for the day in boxing on Sunday. But I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.